So I am delighted to be welcoming Lorenzo Gatti here today. You're a new presenter at the conference and masterclasses, so welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Lorenzo, you're presenting one of the masterclasses in 2026, and your topic is healthy humour using NLP. So do please start by telling me a little bit more about yourself and your presentation.
Yeah, okay. I am involved in the adventure of NLP for more than 20 years, starting from Italy, then working across Europe and having some courses in US with Dr. Will Horton and Robert Dills and Judy Deloge. What was for me fascinating in NLP was the core technology of modeling. So from the very beginning, I began to model with my first teacher, Mr. Stefano Cesini in Italy. We did some modeling of some theories and practice about therapy, about training, and then we had direct experiences of modeling of people that were excellent in their business, from salesmen to entrepreneurs, and we organized some courses to elicit these skills, decode and recode, and teach to other collaborators. We had, for example, a case of a general director that was a very good salesman, and he was very fascinated for the possibility to transfer his excellency, his some strategies, winning strategies of sale to his young collaborators, and we did some measurement after that, after a course of 6 days, intensive days, and measure the results and the change of performance, and what was positive, what was improved, and it was a very good experience. With my career, that was as a former a programmer in IT, even I was graduated in science politics, and as a formateur, we say here in Europe, as a trainer and NLP trainer from 2005, I had different chances to implement this technology, and also to experiment how to use humor. The first master of using humor in NLP is one of the co-founder of NLP, that was Dr. Bangler, that I study, I participate, I attended some courses with him, especially one year ago in London. He organized this workshop with Dr. McKenna about hypnosis, but it was the chance to sit in the first row and to model, yes, to see live the model in action and how he uses humor. I had the chance also to talk with him twice and experiment his temper, his humor, and then I did other studies about that. Then I decided to collect some memories, some situation of humor. We use a lot of humors in our trainings in Italy. I did in Poland, sports training, and other people, especially when you are involved with different cultures and in different countries. So in Europe, it's quite easy. In the US, there is another kind of modeling that is more explosive, more open. And after that, I decided to study, how humor can change context and reframe situation, from Dr. Bangler to some genius of comedy. I published this book about Peter Sellers last month. I met personally Mr. Jerry Seinfeld, that is a famous in New York, when I I live in New York. I met the genius of Robin Williams that passed away in 2015. And I study others like Mr. Woody Allen and others. So I prepare another book that maybe is going to be published on March next year. That is about behavioral science and NLP and the study of the role of the humor in behavioral studies. And so I did some modelings of some patterns. It was not a monography, but about Seinfeld, I dedicated a chapter. But for example, about Woody Allen or Mel Brooks, there are some studies, especially about some interviews, some situations, some movies, some characters. I met Mel Brooks in Milano once through his friend that was a comedian, Ezio Greggio, because we had the same accountant. So I started from the accountant to
work your way around.
yes, and so I use humor not elegantly or like this genius in my courses or in my consultancy when it is possible, and humor helps a lot, especially when you are facing some challenges, you are facing stress, when you are facing also some situation of life, waiting for a clinical exam, for example, so healthy situation, or some waiting for answers about a book or about a good challenge in your profession, in your career. Humor, self-humor helps to prepare yourself, and when you have a good rapport even with the others, beyond the family, beyond the friends, the art is to use the right one, so the calibration, NLP calibration, always rapport, and then to understand what is culturally available or not. In fact, for example, Italian humor, we have, Americans, English and German. You need to use a little of ingredients. It's good for Mediterranean area. But for example, my study about this genius of American in British, no, Peter Sellers was British, comedian helps a lot to have good relationship with my partners, my business correspondent, etc., that I have in UK, in US. I have a company. I have some shares of a company in London, so I frequently have connection, establish rapport, talks, etc., with British people and
wonderful
Americans, so it's fine.
So what's fresh, innovative, and new that delegates can expect that will take away from your masterclass?
Well, from my masterclass, I think is first of all a use of humor, for example, to help for your preparation to performance events. When I say performance events, I say that chance where you need to perform. So it's not only a stress management tool, but it's a way to modify your attitude to be more seriously playful, even with important deadlines, important situations. The second thing is to face some healthy test, some in a good way, and seeing that humor can drives you to good results, to reframe the situation in a good way, even if it's a trouble situation, and to help you to find the right way to face this challenge. Okay. From the other side is how to use in the context of business, in the context of business relation, in order to increase rapport and transform something that is, a behavior, a repetitive behavior, in a trait of personality that is accepted and shared, and you have another channel to communicate with people beyond the official, beyond maybe a confrontation in the business, in the negotiation, and to leave this to say, okay, we are all part of a big play.
Yes.
We can decide to live the Aristotelian comedy, so the happy end, and not to
Yes.
face on or to stress out negative things, you know.
Yes.
And so the NLP humor mindset is a mindset that helps you to renounce to your ego from one side and to feel that you are part of a network, okay? And you are co-creating your reality with others,
Mm.
even if the others are your opponents, because in this situation, they have this role. But beyond the roles, there is a respect and there is the possibility to be more human and less, rigid soldiers or confrontation or something like this, you know. And
Absolutely.
the other thing is to give people these tools, these resources to discover what is their possible humoristic style, you know,
Mm.
and to discover something about themselves that they can, live or share freely with the other people in also in serious context, because one of the big misunderstanding normally that was done, especially in some business context, is that a person that has humor is a person that is not serious.
Mm. Mm.
You can be serious at the right time, but you have also the tool of the humors in order to live a healthier some situation and to share respectfully this part of the game, because it's a game.
Yes, absolutely. So what tip would you give to delegates who are attending your session, your masterclass?
To be seriously playful and to share any kind of curiosity. And I will invite them to have a second part of this intervention, to experiment, to test, to try, and to discover with me this, the possibilities of using humor,
Mm.
and also to play with these patterns, because there is the pattern of Jerry Seinfeld, Mr. Woody Allen, Mel Brooks, that are totally different, but also to, neurolinguistically
Mm.
experiment the funny way to use this very, very interesting tool that helps us also to improve our talent of improvisation in any situation, and to be very good icebreaker. That is important.
Always,
Yeah.
always useful. So, Lorenzo, what inspired you to want to present one of the masterclasses?
Uh, well, I think I'm going to start with Dr. Bagler, the person one joined to Mr. Gringer, Dr. Gringer, the person that help us to be there in this world, in the NLP world. Then I present some cases application and some stories from my life, and share for other people. One of my best friend is a clown therapist.
Oh,
Yes, I mentioned him in the book that is going to be published, and he gave me some insights of how use, plays and humor in, I think, in the worst case scenario, that is uh, going to the hospital bedroom
mm,
of a cancer disease suffering child with his
mm,
family, and give them 10 minutes of life.
mm,
He confessed me that he was totally terrorized at the beginning of his work. But then he told me when the door was open and I was pushed there, everything was natural. And I discovered a new world, and this is my talent. And this is the things that I'm doing from 25 years.
Wow.
and I want to share and to teach to other people. So this is another example. Now I think extreme and more fascinating how to use humor in something that is, you know, it maybe a break or a pause of a tragedy.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So the fact is to share with all the people that participate to this masterclass, to this extreme situation of communication and others, and to find a way to use in a creative way his or her style of humor, maybe sharing experience, and maybe finding other examples to model and find other possible application. Because okay, you can use in before public speaking or in a public speaking session, in education, in business, in the families, with adolescent children. That is quite problematic many times now, because this is that you contest everything, you know.
Yes.
And maybe a bad word is something that is a stigma, that you are a bad father or a bad uncle, you know, for example. And maybe doing some jokes, or in a good way, not exaggerating, or using some humors can help to relax these confrontation situations.
Yes, absolutely.
And maybe there are others. Even leadership with smiles can be appreciated, you know.
Yeah.
There are, for example, a lack of these kind of leaders, especially in these strange years in politics, but also I saw in the business.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you, Lorenzo. So to remind people watching, Lorenzo is presenting one of our masterclasses in 2026. The title is Healthy Humour Using NLP, and Lorenzo is presenting on Wednesday, the 16th of July, 2026 at 1600 hours BST. We'll be in the summer again by then. So thank you so much, Lorenzo, for taking time to explain a bit more about your presentation today. Really appreciate it.
thank you, my pleasure. Thank you for this opportunity.